All right, so this video is for those of you who are not in school on Friday. We talked about recursion, and recursion is the idea that in a sequence, every term depends on the term before it. So it's not an arithmetic sequence, it's not a geometric sequence, but it's a sequence that's defined using this rule here. So they give you the rule, and they give you the first term, and then you have to find whatever term they're looking for, okay? So they want me to find the fifth term. So remember, n is the number or the placement of the term. So they want us to find the fifth term. So that means I really want to find a of 5. All right, so everywhere that you have the n, you're going to replace it with a 5. And what you'll see is that a of 5, which is the actual value of your fifth term, is going to be 5 times a of, and then 5 minus 1 is 4. So it really shows you that your fifth term is 5 times your fourth term. The problem here is we don't know what the fourth term is. So we have to take a second and find your fourth term. So a of 4, so now I'm going back to my original rule, and everywhere that you have an n, you're going to plug in the 4. So a of 4 has 4 now times a of 4 minus 1. So that means that my fourth term is really 4 times my third term. But here now, you don't know your third term, so you have to find it. So you go again, a of 3 is going to be going back to your rule. Everywhere you have an n, you're going to replace or substitute the value here, which our n is 3. So I'm going to have 3 times a of 3 minus 1. So I have 3 times a of 2. But once again, that same problem. We don't know the second term, so you find a of 2. So now I'll have 2 times a of 2 minus 1. So your second term is going to be 2 times a of 1. And we do know what a of 1 is. A of 1 is the first term that was given to us. So I'm going to substitute in. So a of 2, which is my second term, is going to be 2 times my first term. But I know my first term is 1. So I have a of 2 is going to be 2. So now that I have a of 2, I can take this and substitute it in here for a of 2. So my a of 3 is going to be 3 times a of 2, which now I know is 2. So a of 3 is 6. So now I know my third term. So now I'm going to take my third term and then go here and substitute it in. So a of 4 is going to be 4 times my third term, which I now know is 6. So my fourth term, a of 4, is 24. I'm going to take that and substitute it in here. I know my fifth term depended on my fourth term. So it was 5 times my fourth term, which I now know is 24. So my fifth term is 120. Okay, so if you wrote it in sequence form, your first term was 1, your second term was 2, your third term was 6, your fourth term was 24, and your last term was 120. And that's the term that they're asking for.
So you done?